Hi, as a part of the Discovery project, I choose the topic about the management of waste in a pig production. For that, I make a interview to the engineer Roger Castillo, who has experience in this topic. We know that all the system of production have waste, and pig production is not an exception. Now there are many concerns about that topic because of the climate change. All the system of production produce waste. In this case, the principal waste in pig production are because of all the pigs have the waste, and you throw this waste to the rivers. So to avoid the problems to the environment, you have to treat the waste. So you develop systems like we are going to make see in the interview, like biodigesters or lagoons that help us to treat this water and throw a water that is cleaner to the environment. What is the reason? The reason is because of if we throw this water in the rivers and it's not completely clean, we can have problems with the laws and also with ethics, because even if we are not punished in laws, we have if you we have to be ethic and don't throw this waste with a lot of nutrients that can affect, for example, the flora and fauna in the rivers. Okay, good morning. Here we are with the engineer Roger Castillo, and he has experiences in the production of pigs. So we are going to have an interview about the management of waste in a pig production. So good morning, engineer. The first question is for you. How important is the management of waste in a pig production? Why is it important to do it?
Because the swine production industry can be a very helpful for the environment. You have to care about the environment, and swine unit can be very dangerous.
Why it can be dangerous?
Because you can be a very dominating species in the ammonia, nitrogen, phosphorus, and other minerals that can contaminate
the rivers.
The rivers and the underwater.
Okay. And here in Zamorano, what are the treatments that the farm of pig production have?
We have a system, a three-component system. The waste management is a solid separator unit, biodigester, and a lagoon.
And what are the solid separation? What does this system? What is
okay, it takes the water, the wastewater, and separate the solids. Normally 48 to 50% of the solid present in the waste. And this solid is called cerdaza, and is used to feed cows or cattle or mainly.
Okay. So we use this
This byproduct is used for other species.
Okay. And the lagoon, what is the purpose of the lagoon?
After the water passes from the solid separator, it goes to the lagoon, and the purpose is to process that water. The law indicates that you can't put this water into the river only it has 50 milligrams or less BOD in the component. It's a treatment of the water.
Okay. And apart of these techniques that we have in this system of production, what other techniques we can implement in a farm?
You have to make a very good diet for the pigs.
Okay.
Not with exceed the requirements of the pigs, for example.
Okay.
But the formulation of the diet is very good.
So that are techniques in the production of pigs related to
reduce
the waste.
The waste.
Okay.
Another technique is use some additives. For example, there's a plant extract called Yucca chidijera that can bind ammonia and is less harmful for the respiratory disease, for example.
Pero it's principal for the people who work in the farm? Or
And the pigs too.
the pigs too?
Yes.
Okay.
And the neighborhood.
Okay. Yes. Actually, what are the benefits that the farm is obtaining with that system? Economic?
The main reason for the system is to reduce the impact of the unit in the environment.
Okay.
Is the main reason.
Ah.
But at the same time, you can get some energy from the biodigester and some incomes for the byproduct called cellulose.
And you can sell it to the other
units.
units. Okay. Like you say, is there a treatment that you can do for a different area? I mean, with where are the special treatment for the different units, like the piggery, where are the small pigs, or the other areas?
I don't understand.
For example, the concentration of the nutrients of the different areas, of the waste of the different areas.
Okay. All the waste goes through one point.
It's treated in the same way all the waste. Okay. For example, if I want to implement a treatment in small farms, like in a community where they don't have too much money, they don't have resources to have, for example, a big biodigester, what other techniques can I implement in order to do the same thing?
The biodigester technology don't have to be very expensive. There are some design of biodigester that are very cheap and can be implemented for a small producers, for example. And you can use bacteria to process the waste rapidly and don't be dangerous.
And composting can be a way
Composting the waste can be a way
to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. After the treatment, all the treatment that we have here in Zamorano, the biodigester, that you said, the lagoon, and the solid separator, how do we measure that we are making a good job, that we are throwing water that is clean?
Okay, you can measure, as I said before, the VOD concentration in the waste. You can measure it. It has to be 50 milligrams or less per liter. And the concentration of bacteria is another way to measure if we are doing a good job.
Okay. And where do we measure that? After the digester, after the lagoon? Or
at the end of the system.
At the end of the system. Okay. And in general, what is the impact that we are reducing to the environment, and what is the regards to the climate change? What are the benefits that we are making when we are treating in a good way the waste?
Okay. Reducing the quantity of minerals and other nutrients that you can dispose in the waste, and reducing the methane that can be produced in the system.
Okay. And the principal reason here in Zamorano for implement this is the educational, is environmental, or economical, or
yeah, the main purpose is education.
Education.
But it's a commercial unit too. So you have to see the system like a commercial unit.
Okay. And the energy that we can make with the biodigester, how can we use it in our unit?
In this particular unit, we are going to use the energy in the baby pigs, to heat the baby pigs, and to heat the water that the student use to take a shower.
Okay, but it's important always use heat water for wash the students, or
it's not in all the units, but we have hot water. So at this moment we are using electricity from the external enterprise.
Okay, in this system, the biodigester, how much energy we can produce, or
I don't know at this moment because this is another person that is managing the evaluation.
okay, that are my questions. So I have to very thankful for your information. It's very useful for my study, and
You're welcome.
thank you. Gracias. Okay, after see the video about the management of waste here in Zamorano with the engineer Roger Castillo, we can see that Zamorano has a preoccupation about this topic. That's why they construct a biodigester, a lagoon, and a system of a separator of solids, like the engineer said. What is a separator of solids? Like he said, is that when you separate that solids and you use that waste in other way, like to feed other animals like cattle. So you use that waste and you obtain an economical benefit, because you can sell this product to other areas, to other units of production. Another thing is that the biodigester can produce gas, methane. So this methane you can burn it, and you can use the heat to produce electricity. This electricity can heat the piggeries where there are the small pigs, and that heat help the pigs to don't die in the days when there are low temperatures. So you can use that energy. You use the waste, and you are obtaining economical benefits, and you also obtain an environmental benefit. So this system of production in Zamorano is not only for the environment, is also educational, because like me, I am learning about that, and I can implement that way of thinking in other communities. Like he said, if you, for example, if you can make this technology in the communities, there are small biodigesters, like he said, there are small biodigesters adapted to system of production where there are small pigs, and the methane, you can burn this methane, for example, to feed people, because this methane don't, if you have a treatment of waste and you treat in a good way the methane, you can use it to cook your food. So it's not a problem. Even if it's made from waste, you can use it in a good way. There is no problem. There is no there is no taste in bad taste in the food. It's not a problem. So you can in this system, you are not only treating by the environment or education, and you obtain a lot of benefits, economical benefits, for example. That's the most important. And when you throw the water to the rivers, you are very sure that you are making a good for the environment. You are sure that there is not you are not smelling that odor in the environment. For example, if you don't treat, people get angry because they are not conform with this situation, because all the waste have bad odors. So anybody wants bad odors in the neighborhood. So if you treat this waste, you are avoiding this problem. Another thing that is important to remind is that there are some techniques in the system of production that you can implement. Like he said, you can feed the animals with some components that catch some nutrients, so you avoid the odors in the environment. So you are avoiding these problems. So in a general context, in summarizing all the information about the management of waste, we can say that it's very important not only for the environment, It's also important because you can obtain benefits. You are avoiding bad odors in the environment. So all these issues can be implemented and can be a very good benefit for you, for your pork production and the environment. So that's all the thing that I can say about that interview. It was very interesting, it was very helpful, and I learned a lot about the management of waste in a pig production. So and it's important to remind that with with the with the with the help of my expert, that is Roger Castillo, I can do this interview. So thank you for him, and that's all the information. Thank you.